Welcome back to BikeBeat. Today we're diving deep into the 2025 Bajaj Avenger 220 Cruise, a motorcycle that continues Bajaj's legacy of offering an accessible entry into the world of cruisers. Over the years, the Avenger name has built a reputation for being stylish, comfortable, and budget-friendly, and with the 2025 version, Bajaj has polished the formula rather than reinventing it. That means if you're looking for a bike that gives you cruiser styling without burning a hole in your pocket, this is one that demands attention. So let's settle in and take a detailed look at every aspect of this machine, from its design and features to performance, practicality, ownership experience, and the value it brings compared to its rivals. The first thing you notice about the Avenger 220 Cruise is its presence. Bajaj has leaned heavily into the classic cruiser silhouette, with long flowing lines, a low-slung body, and a generous use of chrome. It looks nothing like a commuter or naked street bike, and that's the charm. It feels like a motorcycle designed to be admired as much as it's designed to be ridden. The fuel tank has the teardrop shape which has become almost iconic in the cruiser world. It's not oversized, but with chrome touches and simple decals, it fits beautifully into the bike's proportions. The handlebar sweeps back towards the rider, and together with the forward-set footpegs, it creates a riding posture that is relaxed, laid-back, and unmistakably cruiser. Bajaj offers the bike in two paint schemes, auburn black and moon white, both of which are complemented by plenty of chrome on the exhaust, the mirrors, and the headlamps around. When the sun catches those chrome accents, it genuinely stands out on the road. At just 737 mm, the seat height is one of the lowest in its class. That makes the bike especially accessible for shorter riders who may find taller motorcycles intimidating. The pillion seat is well cushioned, and Bajaj has thoughtfully added a padded backrest on the Cruise version, which gives the passenger more support on longer rides. Ground clearance stands at 169 mm, so while it is not built for off-road adventures, it clears most speed bumps and uneven city patches without scraping. Suspension duties are handled by telescopic forks at the front with anti-friction bushes, and twin shock absorbers at the rear that can be adjusted in 5 steps. This setup is tuned more for comfort than sportiness, soaking up minor bumps and undulations well, though bigger potholes and broken stretches of road will remind you this is still a budget cruiser. On smooth highways, it delivers that classic glide you want from a cruiser, letting you sit back and just enjoy the ride. Braking is handled by a 280 mm front disc with single-channel ABS for safety, paired with a rear drum brake. While the front brake offers good bite and confidence, especially with ABS, the rear drum is definitely a compromise. Powering the Avenger 220 Cruise is a 220 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine that has been a workhorse in Bajaj's lineup. It's oil-cooled, fuel-injected, and comes with Bajaj's twin-spark DTSI technology, producing about 19 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 17.5 Nm of torque at 7,000 RPM. Those numbers won't blow anyone away on paper, but on the road they translate into enough grunt for smooth city rides and a relaxed highway cruising pace. Paired with a 5-speed gearbox, the power delivery is linear and predictable. It's not about sudden surges or explosive acceleration, instead, it rewards you with steady progress and the ability to hold highway speeds comfortably. Real-world top speed is around 110 to 120 km per hour, which is plenty for Indian highways and city expressways. What's more impressive is how stable the bike feels even when you're holding it at those speeds. Fuel efficiency is another strength. Riders can expect around 39 to 40 km per liter in mixed riding conditions. With a 13-liter fuel tank, that gives you a range of close to 500 km before needing a refill, making it well suited for longer weekend trips as well as daily commuting. The bike's curb weight of 163 kilograms is very manageable, especially given its cruiser stance. In city traffic, you do feel the length of the bike and the wide handlebar, but the weight never becomes overwhelming. Maneuvering at parking speeds or through slower traffic is fairly easy thanks to the low seat and good balance. On the features front, the Avenger 220 Cruise keeps things simple but functional. The round digital instrument cluster provides basics like speed, trip meters, fuel level, and warning lights. It doesn't offer modern connectivity or smartphone integration, but it's clear, easy to read, and matches the retro-modern styling. Lighting is a mix of conventional and LED elements, with the headlamp now offering brighter illumination for nighttime riding and the tail section using LEDs for better visibility. Where the Avenger shines is in the riding experience. The laid-back ergonomics reduce fatigue during long rides. The pillion backrest makes it a friendlier option for two-up touring. The suspension is tuned to give a plush ride on most surfaces. And perhaps most importantly, the bike feels approachable. It doesn't intimidate new riders with overwhelming size or power, yet it doesn't feel underpowered for those who want to cruise at 90 to 100 km per hour all day long. Of course, push it past that and you'll feel vibrations creeping in through the handlebars and foot pegs, but in the sweet spot between 60 and 90, it's smooth and enjoyable. Comparing it to rivals helps put things in perspective. The Royal Enfield Meteor 350, for instance, is one of the most talked about cruisers in this segment. It offers more displacement, more torque, and a host of premium features like a TFT screen with navigation, dual-channel ABS, and more refined suspension. But the Meteor also costs significantly more, with on-road prices stretching well past 2 lakh rupees. The Honda SCB 350 is another competitor with a retro cruiser vibe, and again, it offers more features and refinement but at a higher cost. Against these bikes, the Avenger 220 holds its ground by being the most affordable option in the cruiser category while still delivering the essence of a cruiser. It might not match them on specs, but it undercuts them heavily on price, and for many buyers that balance is what matters most. Speaking of price, the 2025 Bajaj Avenger 220 Cruise is priced at around 1.48 lakh rupees ex-showroom in Delhi, though on-road prices vary depending on the state and dealer charges. This makes it one of the most accessible cruisers in India. In Pakistan, earlier models have been priced around 322,000 rupees, and while the 2025 figure will adjust with taxes and inflation, it remains an attractive option for those seeking cruiser style without premium brand costs. For the value-conscious rider, the Avenger is a strong proposition: cruiser styling, decent power, comfortable ergonomics, respectable efficiency, and Bajaj's wide service network, all at a price that's friendly on the wallet. Of course, the Avenger 220 isn't perfect. The rear drum brake is a clear downside in an era where even smaller bikes offer rear discs. Vibrations at higher revs can be a bother on longer highway runs if you push the engine too hard. The instrument cluster, while functional, feels bare bones compared to the competition, and the lack of features like Bluetooth connectivity or dual-channel ABS might turn away tech-focused riders. Handling isn't sporty, cornering tight bends requires patience, and the bike feels more at home on long straight highways than twisty gut sections. And on that front, it absolutely delivers. Riders who value comfort, style, and practicality over outright speed or technology will find a lot to love here. That's our deep dive into the 2025 Bajaj Avenger 220 Cruise here at BikeBeat. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more detailed breakdowns, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Would you consider the Avenger 220 as your first cruiser? Or would you stretch for something like the Meteor? We'd love to hear your perspective. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and keep your passion for two wheels alive.